Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this is a special bonus reading for the sign of Sagittarius, and this is basically just a thank you really, because for the last few months since I started the channel, you guys have consistently been watching the videos the most, I believe. And also I'm a Sagittarian, so today I sat down and I wanted to do a little healing message for myself. And I thought, why not do a healing message for myself and for all the other Sagittarians who watch this channel? So this is especially for you, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and you'll receive more content in the future. So what I've got here are 3 cards from the Archangel Oracle deck, 3 cards from the Vice Versa Tarot, and 3 cards from the Work Your Light Oracle. And basically the second and the third row are clarifying the top row. And these are healing messages that our angels would like to bring through for us at this time. If we feel as though there's something we're going through that we need a little bit of comfort on, or a little bit of advice and guidance on how to get through. So I always shuffle and lay out the cards beforehand just because of the way my setup is. But it always amazes me when the cards all come out, just how well they work together. You know, that still amazes me even now, even though I've been reading tarot and oracle cards for about 6 years now. So the first card that we have here is the Healthy Lifestyle card. So this is a healing message. I set that intention when I began shuffling. So this is a perfect card to come out first. It's from Archangel Raphael. It says, eat a healthful diet, get adequate exercise, get adequate sleep and exercise regularly for optimal health. The card in the middle is the Comfort card. And this is from Archangel Azariel. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And then the final angel card is Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So straight off the bat with those 3 cards, you know, we're definitely dealing with a health situation. I know I'm dealing with a health situation. That's very much about my physical health. But for you, for those watching this video, it could be just a different kind of lifestyle situation that is impacting on your health. So that could be your mental health, that could be your physical health, it could just be your happiness, it could just be your contentment and your satisfaction, right? There's definitely something out of balance, and the angels are coming through to say that this reading, they're going to help us to readdress that. I love how the second word is about comfort, because I do feel like sometimes it's important to remind ourselves that we deserve to be comfortable, that we deserve to feel in balance, right? Being out of balance is something that's very uncomfortable. And yet I think it's the kind of uncomfortable that we can get used to feeling. So the angels come through at this time to remind us that wanting to feel comfortable is completely natural. It's completely okay. And there is nothing wrong with wanting that, right? So that may mean that you might want to spend the day lying on the sofa. That might mean that you don't want to do certain things because they make you feel uncomfortable. So if there are any situations at the moment that are, you know, leaving you feeling a bit out of balance, then, you know, angels here are giving you permission that you can prioritize your comfort above all else, and that's okay. There's nothing selfish about prioritizing your comfort, all right? And that's kind of what the last angel card is saying to me when it says you know what to do. I think you know, basically, as we always know deep within ourselves, you know what you need to maintain a healthy lifestyle and to become comfortable, okay? You know what your soul, your body, your mind needs, but sometimes we can make excuses and put other things and other people first. And in this message, we're definitely being asked to put our own wants and needs first, to do what we know will make us feel better, to do what we know will keep us in balance. So those 3 cards are clarified by the Vice Versa Tarot. And we have the Judgment card. I always find it quite hard to work out which card is which in this deck. But I do believe the 10 is the Judgment card. No, the 10 might be the Wheel of Fortune, actually. In fact, I think this is the Wheel of Fortune. So we'll go with the Wheel of Fortune for that one. And then here we have the Eight of Wands. And then we also have the King of Swords. So this clarifies the message further, basically, right? With the Wheel of Fortune there, and I'm going with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune there, I do feel, what I am really feeling is that there is kind of like a turn in your circumstances coming, right? There's a turn in your health, right? And it's for the better, it's for the good. So you may be going through quite a difficult health situation at the moment. I know that I've gone through quite a difficult health situation. So it could be with your physical health, like I said, it could be with your mental health, it could be with just the healthiness of certain situations or relationships. So there is a turn for the better coming, and the turn for the better comes when you communicate your needs to others and when you communicate your needs to yourself and when you maintain boundaries, when you're willing to cut out and get rid of the things that do not serve you. Okay, so the tarot is coming through with a stronger message than the angels did, but along the same kind of lines. Basically, this turn of fortune for you, this ability to get back on your feet in a stronger and more sustainable and more healthy way, is asking for you to be clear and honest with yourself about your needs and desires. Communicate that to yourself and also anybody else that this needs communicating with, right? And do not be afraid to have boundaries with what you will and you will not accept. I'm really feeling with this card that this is about keeping certain people out. I'll just be real. I feel like this card is about keeping certain people out of your sphere, keeping certain situations out of your sphere. And it doesn't necessarily mean kicking people out of your life, but it means kind of having boundaries, basically having a gate that you choose whether you have it shut or whether you have it open, okay? So this is kind of about policing your space because, as I said earlier, your comfort needs to be prioritized at this time. And so that means other people's wants and needs will need to take a back burner, okay? And I can feel in myself how uncomfortable that makes me feel because that's something I'm not used to doing. But we're definitely being asked at this time to kind of maintain our comfort, even if at first that feels uncomfortable, right? Maintaining our comfort may be something that we're not particularly used to, but that's definitely something that is needed right now. So I feel as though what we need is to really take the time to work out what we need. This time for us, Sagittarius, is about looking at our circumstances, looking at our lives, and readdressing what we need and what we want and what's important to us and what's good for us going forward. So it's a period of reassessment. Okay. So clarifying all of those two rows, we have the Imrama card. Where are you being called to journey to? We have the Trust the Niggle card. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And unsurprisingly so, we have the Boundaries card. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I love this last line here. We've got you know what to do, we've got the King of Swords, and we've got boundaries. So this is very clear that you know that putting better boundaries in place is something that's going to help you maintain a healthier lifestyle, okay? These cards, where are you being called to journey to, trust the niggle. Again, I feel like it's very much saying that there's a part of you that knows exactly what changes need to be made, whether they are with people or circumstances or situations, in order to make your life run better going forward. And I really do feel as though you're very close, but whatever's going on with you right now has caused you again to have a period of time where you can sit back and readjust is the word that I want to say. You may have found yourself going down a certain path, thinking that that was the right path for you, And now something has happened that has caused you to readjust and readdress again what you need to maintain a healthy life. Okay, at the bottom of the vice versa deck and at the bottom of the work your light deck, we had cards that made sense. We have the deep replenishment card, retreat, rest, be held. It's a really beautiful image, this, so I'm going to try and get it right up to you. I also love how we can see like a new moon kind of ish happening here, and we're coming up to the new moon. I think the new moon is in about 4 or 5 days. I think it's about the 6th or the 7th of September, but we're coming up to the new moon I think the new moon is in Virgo. So that new moon in Virgo is also going to be a lot about rest and replenishment, because as we know, if you are familiar with tarot, Virgo is represented by the Hermit card, which is all about going within, right, and having rest and replenishment. So this feels like a very fitting card to bear in mind right now, Sagittarius. This is a healing message. So, you know, the assumption is that there's something you need to heal from. There's some kind of healing you're going through. And rest and replenishment is always going to help with that process. In fact, rest and replenishment can sometimes be the whole process in itself, okay? When we're resting, when we're taking time out for ourselves, it can sometimes feel as though we're not doing anything to actively heal, but actually a lot is going on behind the scenes when we take a break, okay? When we take a break physically and mentally, sometimes ideas can rise to the surface, epiphanies can happen, and our bodies can mend and heal, okay? So at this time right now, over the next few days, coming into the new moon, we are being asked to rest, which is beautiful, okay? Really beautiful as this card, right? Really beautiful energy. It's time to rest and be held, okay? So it's time to let yourself be supported by people. It's time to let yourself be helped by people in whatever way that is for you. So for some, that will be having lots of people around you. For some, that will just be people checking in on you. For some, that will be speaking to people about how you're feeling. For others, it will just be leaning on people occasionally when you need to. For some of you, you may have support groups that you can discuss things with, and that's also important. For others, it's going to be things like this reading, right, where you can listen to these words that I'm bringing through to you, and you can find some solace in that and some comfort in that. Okay, so really beautiful energy. I can also see at the bottom of the deck further, we have the Get Grounded card. So it's definitely a time to meditate, spend time in nature, right? All whilst maintaining our boundaries, because here again, we have the warrior woman, okay? So this is a time to really police your boundaries and to police your time and to police your energy, because you need all of this for yourself at this time, right? And what we have at the bottom of the vice versa tarot is the Five of Swords. And again, I really do feel as though you've been this person here. I feel as though you feel a little bit defeated. Things have got on top of you, and it is time now to focus on yourself, right? There's no point in trying to get back up and fight this person. Sometimes the way to fight is to retreat, look after yourself, and maintain your boundaries. And I feel that's where you're at right now. So if this situation that you're healing from involves another person, then I want to say, you don't have to be right, okay? The most important thing is that you look after your own mental and physical health. So if that means that you step away from a situation that you feel is unfinished or unresolved, then by all means, step away and take some time to build yourself back up, okay? This reading is all about you, Sagittarius. This reading is all about you building yourself back up. I'm noticing the ruins at the back here. So I do feel like there needs to be some kind of rebuilding for you, Sag. And so this reading is urging you to do that. Really beautiful message here about looking after yourself and maintaining your energy. So I'm going to pull a Journey of Love card by Alana Fairchild, and I will shuffle that here with you. I didn't plan to pull another card, but as I was wrapping up the reading, I felt like, okay, let's pull a Journey of Love card and see what this oracle can tell us. I love the Alana Fairchild decks. They're very healing in emphasis. Okay, so again, the Perfect card. We have the Contemplation card, right? So again, this reconfirms that this is a time to take a step back, focus on ourselves, focus on our comfort, focus on maintaining our energy and our boundaries, focus on readdressing the path that we're on. Almost kind of Mercury retrograde energy, and I'm not sure if we're coming up to a Mercury retrograde, we may be. But this card, again, we can see the Magician on it on the back, and that's very much, you know, a Mercury card. As is the Eight of Wands, which is all about communication, right? But I really strongly feel like this communication is mostly to yourself. I feel like, you know, you've got to have a conversation with yourself about what it is that you want going forward. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, whatever it is that you're healing from right now, it's giving you the time and the space to contemplate your life going forward, and that's really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to read from the book to finish because Alana Fairchild may have some great words for us. So the card is number 69. Contemplation. Within you there is a question arising. When you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. But you have to plunge your consciousness deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you are really asking. The question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in an aromatherapy bath, or receiving a hot stone massage. The question holds within it the next unfolding petal of the lotus of your being. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery of your life and your being, and to allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there is a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. And there's a really beautiful poem here that's written by Razuli, I think. No, the artwork is by Razuli. The poem is written by Richard Cohen. The poem says, patterns break through the night in beams of light awakening. Memories of walking on sand, moments waves replace, waiting for another passerby. Reflections, time to look outward, in, to find those hidden spaces residing alone, waiting for a twin soul, waiting for myself. So there you go, Saggy. This is a healing message for you for the next little while. Whenever you feel you need this, take some time out for yourself. Maintain your boundaries and your energy. Think about how you want to go forward, who you want to go forward with, and who you want to have in your circle. Know that maintaining your own comfort is of the utmost importance right now. Thanks so much, Sagittarius. Take care. Bye.